Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 Lexus NX350 Premium. This model's finished off in caviar. Its MSRP is just over $50,000. We have a very nice spec to go over for this luxury focused SUV. And we will start off with what this is powered by. Underneath the hood, you will find the 2.4 liter inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. This is paired to an 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 275 horsepower, 317 pound-feet of torque. That power is sent through the all-wheel drive system, propelling this nearly 4,000-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. As far as fuel economy goes, you're also looking at 21 in the city and 28 out on the highway. Now, as we work our way to the exterior styling, you will notice that for the kidney grille, we have a really nice surround for it. The Lexus badge is also the forward sensor. There's parking sensors up front, really neat design for that grille overall. And then everything up front is LED, including the fog lights down below, where there's even more inlets to provide additional cooling as needed. And then there's a wraparound design for the lines in the hood to give it a great look. Now, this also has a two-tone design for the wheels. There's more plastic for the fender arch, as well as the lower section of that front bumper. It's on the lower side skirt too there. The power folding side mirrors have the turn signal and this chrome strip. There's a sunroof up top with the roof racks, more chrome surrounding all the window accents, and then very subtle lines that run down the side. Now in back, there's the body colored spoiler with the third brake light and the wiper blade. The LED bar that runs right through that lift gate. There's the backup camera and all the parking sensors too. Now you can use the button on the key fob or the control up underneath to open up the power lift gate. Now there's a good bit of space for this SUV. You even get more storage underneath the floor, where there's an additional bin on the back section there, so you can place some items there. You have tie-down hooks where you can secure even more items, and then you do have this removable cover, and you can fold down the back seats. So you have a lot of different options depending on the space that you need. Now, as we work our way to the interior, this does have the proximity door handles, but the door handle is fixed, so just pull on the button on the inside, and that is how you can release the door. Really cool trim accent. We have the electronic release, pull it twice for the manual release, a little bit of storage down below, and then take a look at this interior paired with the black exterior. There's storage pockets with vents and auxiliaries in the middle. I have plenty of space, and then right in the center, there's the armrest with the cup holders, and then here's a look at visibility. You have a pretty small cargo window there, but you can still see around that pillar. And then up front, there's memory seating adjustments, the side mirrors, window controls, and then a little bit of storage down below. It's also a low SUV, so it's easy to enter and exit, where this has the solid leather steering wheel. Paddle shifters are on both sides. There's cruise control, distance pacing, lane keeping assist, mode and tuning. You have volume and Bluetooth controls, and then some adjustments to go through the gauge cluster. So if you look on that far left, I can continue to scroll through all this information here, where you have a lot of vitals that you can look at. And then you can also go over to the right or left, depending on which way you want to go, and monitor the rest of that information. Now you get a little bit of storage, along with a fuel cap and liftgate release. And then with the infotainment system, you have all of these settings that you can go through. You have some vehicle information that you can get into as needed, and then shortcuts to your music, phone, and navigation. You also have all of these that you can go through, including the driving assistance, so you can turn those on and off. This has heated seats, heated steering wheel. You have the climate adjustments in the lower section, and you can even pull up some of that information with it too. You have temperature adjustments on both sides. There's volume in the middle, some defrosters, along with air vents. You get some wireless charging with auxiliaries, and you even get more auxiliaries that are hidden away underneath, which is really neat. You have 3 different driving modes that you can get into. And then let's put this into reverse, where you have the backup camera. There's also 2 different angles, and you can adjust the guidelines too as needed. You have drive and the manual setting, and then park too. Now there's cup holders. You have auto hold in the e-brake, downhill assist, engine start stop, and traction control. And then the armrest opens up 2 different ways, which is really neat. You have plenty of space down below, and then up top, garage door buttons, get a sunglass holder, dome lights too, and then the sunroof and sunshade. And here's a look at visibility. You can pretty much see over both shoulders very easily. And we're still in sport mode. I also have the gear position on, so you can see those squares basically adjust depending on the gear that you are in. But from second gear, here we go. So it is interesting to see with the gear position, you're just climbing the ladder there basically. It doesn't actually show you on the gear position what gear you're in unless you look straight down below. So interesting to see the gear position when you have the M5 there for fifth gear right in front of us. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the NX350. Definitely a nice place to be. I like how this is all kind of integrated from the gauge cluster to the screen with the trim accent that surrounds it. So it gives it a really clean look. And then we just have a minimal amount of physical buttons, which I know a lot of people do like in vehicles, but we do have the basics. You have volume, which is right in the middle. You have temperature adjustments. You have your driving modes, and then the ones that are located down below. The heated and ventilated seats are in the screen, but they're always going to be fixed and right there. So those are even easy to get to. So I like how simple it is for this interior, and you still get a luxury focused vehicle at the same time. And then we can give it another mild acceleration, getting up to speed here, where the paddles are pretty responsive. This isn't a quick vehicle. Of course, I'm not putting my pedal to the floor, but I feel like it does offer an adequate amount of power for the size and weight of this vehicle, which is nice to see. And I don't really have any complaints with it. Mainly my first impressions, but I've been around the Lexus lineup driving the other SUVs where it has a similar vibe to the rest of their lineup. We even have the small windows here for added visibility up front. So it would make for a great daily driver. You can put in a lot of items. You have plenty of space for additional people too. And it gives you that small platform to drive in the city. It's going to be much easier to park, fit in your garage, things like that. And you're getting that luxury vibe for a relatively affordable price. It's really close to the average price of a brand new vehicle today. And for the money, you're definitely going to get a very nice feel in this SUV. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 Lexus NX350 Premium. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick Lexus Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.